Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today for you guys I have my Best of Beauty 2016 edition. Let's see how many ride or dies I can say by the end of this video. Take a shot every time. Alright, so I'm not sure if I'm really going to go in any particular order for this. I really don't think so. I think I'm just going to pick from my basket that I got down here and just go with it. So, alright, so this isn't so much a beauty product as it is a beauty tool, and this is the Color Switch by Veramona, and you can get this at Sephora. Basically what you do is you take a dirty brush, like you just use black on this, or you know, a shimmery shade, and you don't want that to transfer and you're going to use this for another color. You take the brush, you swirl it in there, and then the brush is clean and you can use it for another color. My kitten is snoring and it's so cute. Anyway, you can reverse each side of this. This comes out. And you can use the other side, or you can also wash this as well. So it's very reusable, which is awesome. And I've been really loving this, especially if you're a makeup artist. I highly recommend this. Or you do a lot of tutorials as well. This will be a lifesaver for you. Right, so this is a primer, and this is by Makeup Forever. This is their step 1 base hydrating, and I believe this is the first primer that I bought in 2016, and it has been my ride or die throughout the whole entire year. I have tried a few different primers, but I always find myself going back to this. I feel like it always makes my makeup look so amazing, and I love everything about it. It's super hydrating. It makes my makeup look amazing, and I don't know what I would have done in 2016 without this guy. Baby! I'm so happy! My boyfriend just bought me Taco Bell. Alright, so for my favorite foundation of 2016, I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. This is something that I recently picked up within the past few months, but I have fallen in love with this. It is so hydrating. It looks gorgeous on the skin. It doesn't cling to any dry patches, and I feel like this stays on for such a long time. Beautiful finish. Definitely one of my favorite drugstore foundations by far, and it has been a ride or die for the last part of my 2016. Alright, so again, this is more of a tool than it is a beauty product, but thank God, hallelujah, to figuring out beauty blenders. The Real Techniques beauty blender, it is amazing, and it is so cheap and affordable. I remember, like, before I knew anything about makeup, I was still like maybe a sophomore in high school, and I got the actual beauty blender, and I didn't even know that you were supposed to wet it. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. And so when I started actually getting into makeup, I'm like, no, I remember that was crap. Like, I didn't like that. And to be honest with you, I know I had no idea what I was talking about, because this has been a lifesaver. It is so nice, especially considering the fact that I have drier skin. It's not super dry, but it is on the more to normal to dry skin. Wetting this is just, it gives that foundation just a little bit more of a glowy feeling to it. It's very moisturizing, and I feel like it blends so well, especially when I go in with my concealer. I like the little tip. It gets right in there, and you can just buff away anything. I can't say enough good things about this. I fell in love with this. I don't know how I used a brush before this. Like, I don't know. This is probably my Best of Beauty, like my absolute favorite out of everything that I'm going to show you guys today. And it's so affordable, and I think that's what's so amazing about it. At the beginning of this year, I had a ride or die. My ride or die contour kit was the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I still do really like that. I really love the banana shade in there. But for a contour shade, I have to say that this one takes the cake. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in the shade Dulce de Leche, and ever since I got this, I have not turned back. I don't think I have used another contour shade since I bought this, and I have to thank, I believe it's Michelle. I have to thank Michelle for this. I watched one of her videos, and she was raving about this when she got it. Guys, this is $4 $4 freaking dollars for probably the best contour shade I've had in my life. The only thing that I will say is it does have quite a bit of fallout, so I always tap my brush off the side of the compact. But to be honest with you guys, that does not bug me at all. Guys, this is $4. You can't complain about fallout for $4. I can deal with it all day long. I'll buy 12 of these. I don't care. I don't really use the highlighting shade as much in it, but the contouring shade has my heart. For loose setting powders, I'm going to be showing you guys my Laura Mercier. I remember buying this and I remember being so pissed because look how tiny this thing is. Like, look at how little it is. And I think it was like $20 I picked this up for. And I remember ordering it and I remember like how big the actual, like the full size is. And I was so mad because I thought that that's what I was getting, was the full size. But honestly, guys, this has lasted me so many months, and I've used it so much, and I have so much more left to go, that honestly, I don't really think you need to get the big size, because this has lasted me so long. It works perfect for baking or just setting your whole face. It has no flashback, and I love this stuff. Alright, so I'm backtracking a little bit, but this is the Pure Elise Blue Lotus Balancing Moisturizer. I've been really, really loving this stuff in the past few months. I got this, I believe, in one of my Ipsy bags, and I will definitely be getting the full size when this baby runs out. I love this stuff. I feel like it is very moisturizing, but this is the Blue Lotus Balancing Moisturizer. I have been loving this stuff. I have another moisturizer which I pretty much only use when I'm not wearing makeup after I do my skincare, but every time I'm wearing makeup, you best bet that this is probably the primer I'm wearing underneath it. And this is another thing I have Michelle to thank for. This is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula in the just regular bronzer shade, and everything about this is just perfect. I love the packaging. It smells perfect. Literally, like, the smell is what sold me on this. I freaking love the smell of this. It smells, I don't even know, like somewhere tropical. I love it. I think this is a wonderful product for warming up your face. It is beautiful bronze. The drugstore, I feel, especially Physicians Formula and Wet n Wild, killed it this year with their makeup. Alright, so the next thing that I have recently picked up in the past few months but I've fallen in love with is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I know everyone here talks about this concealer and how good it is. I finally decided to pick it up. No, Shape Tape is not my ride or die, but I have not picked it up yet. I am going to make that a goal in 2017 to pick that up finally, but I have really been loving this. It kind of freaked me out at first though because it stung just a little bit underneath my eyes until I blended it out and then it went away, but it hasn't been doing that to me recently. But I love how this highlights my face. I feel like it blends so nicely. I believe it's a Makeup Forever concealer that I literally haven't touched. I wonder if I could give that back. I barely have touched it because the only time that I've tried using it, like, it would not blend. I felt like I was literally spending 30 minutes blending concealer into my face and it was ridiculous. I'm like, it's not even worth it. But this blends like a dream. It only takes a few minutes and I love it. Drugstore killed it again. Alright, so the next thing that I have is by Wet n Wild, and this is a blush that they have in the shade Mellow Wine. I think this is the perfect shade for myself. It is a beautiful, beautiful color, and I feel like it applies perfectly and has such wonderful pigment. I actually have to tap off a little bit of pigment not to give myself too much, and Alright, we are almost getting to the end. another bronzer for you guys, but this is a liquid bronzer, and this is the Temp 2 bronzer. I loved this stuff. I got this in a BoxyCharm one month, and I used this when I was still too dark for some of my foundations, and this has been a lifesaver. There's so many different things that you can use with this, like you can add it to your tinted moisturizer, you can add it to your moisturizer to make a tinted moisturizer, you can add it to your foundation to warm it up a little bit. I mean, so many different things that you can do with this. It's so amazing. You can add it to your legs for a glowy shine. And for something that I have had for most of 2017, and I fell in love with it the first second I ever used it, and I never turned back. I used one of my friend Sierra's Better Than Sex mascara when I went on a trip with her. The same day that I tried that, I went out and bought this because this changed my lashes forever. My lashes are terrible. They are short, they have no volume, they have no definition. Pretty much I need every single bit of help I can get when it comes to a mascara. But this stuff has been amazing. I love it. I feel like it's so high quality. The brush is beautiful. It adds just the perfect amount of length and volume. Everything about this mascara, it's probably the best mascara. Most definitely the best mascara I've ever tried. And I've never until now found anything that actually makes my lashes look good. The only con that I have with this is that it's really hard to do your lower lashes, so I just go in with my roller lash, and I'll get my lower lashes because personally I don't like my roller lash for my top lashes, but that's what I personally like to do. Alright, so a favorite that I have next is my NYX liquid eyeliner, and this has been a lifesaver. I didn't like the brush tip at first, but after using it, it is so easy to use, and the thing that I love the most about it being a brush tip is with the felt tip, I always felt like when I would apply it and I had to go over a spot, it wouldn't reapply well on most of the eyeliners that I have used. And with this, I feel like it's so easy to control where you want it to go. If you need to go over it some more, it's perfect, and it's so cheap. You can get it at Ulta or I believe some Targets or something like that, but I would definitely recommend picking it up if you're looking for a new liner, because this has saved my life in 2016. Alright, so now for the very end of this video, I have 4 different lipsticks to show you guys, and these have been my 4 ride or die lip products, and the brands, everything about them I've just been loving. So I guess first I'll start off with this color. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick in the shade Lady Balls. It is such a perfect red color. Stop laughing about the fact that it says Lady Balls. It's not funny. This is such a perfect color, especially for the holidays. I loved wearing this around Christmas time. Stays on all day. I ate a crap ton during Christmas, and this didn't budge. It has been amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. The next 2 are from Kat Von D, which have to be one of my favorite brands for liquid lipsticks of 2016. And the 2 shades that I have here are my 2 favorites, and this is Bone and Arrow. Super gorgeous nude color, brownie type color. I'm not huge on nudes, I'm a very bold lip person, but I really love this. Then for my next one, this is a Plath. I have been obsessed with Plath in 2017 or in 2016. Plath has been such a gorgeous color. It's kind of it reminds me of a brick building or something like that. Just the color of it. It kind of reminds me of a rusty brick red color. I love it. It is so gorgeous, and the formula for Kat Von D liquid lipsticks is beyond comparable. I don't even know how else to explain it other than it's just simply amazing. So I guess that brings me into the last beauty favorites of 2016, and that happens to be by Smashbox. This is their liquid lipstick in the shade True Grit. This is such a gorgeous brown shade. I was on the hunt for the longest time for a beautiful deep chocolate brown shade, and this is where I found it. I love this stuff. It's such a beautiful color, and it stays on all day, and you guys know how hard it is for a lipstick that is this dark to not budge. I mean, this stuff isn't playing games. Like, it's just freaking there all day long. It doesn't matter how much you eat, how much you drink, this stuff is there for you. The only time that I really realized I had to touch up anything was just like right on the inside of my lips after eating a certain amount or after eating for such a certain amount of time, and I would just reapply right there and I would be set. I mean, this stuff has truly been amazing and it's such a gorgeous color. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of my beauty favorites of 2016. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below. I will see you guys very soon on my next video. Bye!